Please welcome to the stage Mr. Jason P. Jordan.
My mic off? Can you guys hear me? Great. So we got like 20 minutes to do this. So we're going to do this rapid fire. So I want to set the stage. So these experts up here, we're going to go through as much of this as we can. But I want you to connect with them when we're done. Okay. Doing cross-border transactions is can be complicated. As the CEO of the Legends International team, we started pressing the boundaries of eXp in 2021. We now have agents in over 16 countries. And it can be very complex. So as we're going to go through this, doing business across borders, multi-country success stories of agents, this is really more about referrals. This is more than referrals, right? If you guys can scroll up a little bit, that would help, please. Thank you. Thank you. It's about agents scaling across continents, cultures, and currencies. And we're going to get straight into the stories and strategies of our 4 global trailblazers. So first, I want to introduce a gentleman I call my Italian brother, all right? International realtor, can you scroll, please? With over 30 years of experience across Italy and North America, based in Rome, he specializes in cross-border transactions, global listings, and referral strategies. As one of Italy's only certified CIPS instructors through National Association of Realtors, Armando trains agents worldwide on how to succeed in international real estate. He's a top producing agent and actually is a capping agent as well at eXp. So let's give him a round of applause for that. Next is somebody I had the pleasure of sponsoring at eXp, Rita Nunes from Lisbon with 30 years in finance and real estate. Rita from Deloitte originally, as an internal auditing manager, a top realtor at Remax, multi-time capper at KW, and now is the team leader for the Legends International team in Portugal. Thank you, Rita. I'm so excited to have you here. Next, I'm going to go to Rebecca, joining us from the U.S., Puerto Rican and Cuban descent. Rebecca Soto, Realtor International Growth Leader, co-founder of the Soto Legacy Group, leader of eXp Latino, fast cap instructor. She has 300 plus agents across borders and a mission to build wealth through real estate. She empowers agents to lead with heart, scale, and strategy and live a legacy that spans generations. Welcome, Rebecca. And one of our newest agents at eXp is George Betts. He is a globally respected real estate leader with 25 plus years of experience in luxury marketing, international exhibitions, and brand development. He is the founder of Primo House, president of FIAPSI UK, and an advisor to the international MLS, the IMLS. George has organized over 200 property expos across Asia, Middle East, and Europe, now leads global luxury growth with eXp UK. And I had the pleasure to co-sponsor him with Adam Day to eXp. Welcome, George. So if you guys can just keep scrolling, please, rapidly, so I can just keep moving through this. So we got about 18 minutes. So let's go right to our first question. So the first question is, I'm going to go to you, Armando. What was the first move that took your business international, and what surprised you about it?
Okay, so thank you for having me on this panel. So my first move physically was when I moved to Canada. I was a real estate agent in Italy since 1991. But the real move into the international real estate was with eXp. So it happened, and I always love to tell this story. So in the very first months of being in eXp in 2021, I happened to have a client that was building 12 units in Tulum, Mexico.
Okay.
So I said, what do I do now? So I jumped on the eXp World back then and went into the Mexican offices, got one of those tickets, and in 5 seconds, I had the admin assistant sitting in front of me saying, how can I help you? I said, well,
right,
this is a situation. I have a person that wants to sell 6 apartments, building 12 and 6 they want to keep to manage. Says, I need an agent in Tulum. I says, oh, as funny as it is, Just this week, I have an agent that closed 3 units in Tulum. So why don't you reach out to him? And then I had to go, find the referral agreement and find the broker name and their email address. And that was before, we had this wonderful tool, which is the referral platform, the international referral platform that was launched last year.
Right here at eXpCon International by Leo Correa. That's right.
Exactly. Right? So now it's seamless. It's like what took me like maybe half an hour then, it would take me like 3 seconds now. And that is something that it's a wow effect.
Yeah, and things are moving really fast. I mean, think about the last 12 months. It's been just a whirlwind with all the great changes. Glenn coming and stepping back in, leading international, and now Felix. So excited. So let's go over to Rebecca, right? Why don't you take that same question? What was the first move that took your business international? What kind of surprised you about it?
Well, I think our first move was when we first came into eXp as well. Before that, I was completely clueless of how things work globally, or that you didn't need licensing and things like that. It just bewildered me, right? But coming into eXp, we saw an opportunity to be able to partner together with Puerto Rico. And Veronica Figueroa and I had the honor to be able to be part of opening eXp Puerto Rico. So we have several agents on the island and are doing business together with them. And I think what surprised me at first was just sharing that journey online through social media. And I'm not no social media whiz. I just share what I'm doing in the moment. But from doing that, and sharing that we were making moves into Puerto Rico. My daughter also got her license in Puerto Rico. Immediately, I started receiving requests for people wanting to purchase in Puerto Rico. I want to move to Puerto Rico. And so I was surprised at how easy that was, just from sharing your experience, your journey, your heart and passion to work with those communities. It just seemed to open up those doors.
Awesome. Why don't we move to question number 2? Rita, I'm going to go to you. How are you generating international leads or partnerships today? And, what's kind of actually working in the market today?
Thanks for inviting me for being here. Well, besides having a good sponsor, and which now is very easy because we have the co-sponsor program, so you can choose another. I think the best thing that I've been start doing recently is doing some events with my ex-colleagues. Besides, I miss him a lot, and because I started at Deloitte at Arthur Andersen when I was 21. So my best friends are still or at Deloitte or others. So I organized a big event.
Okay.
January passed, and it started with 20 people, and then it were 120 more or less, so this made me get so many referrals, and not from only Portugal, but because they work in multinational and other countries. So this is a very good thing to do. Besides, of course, LinkedIn. It's I use for a long time, and for me, it's the best.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So leveraging your network, doing events and leveraging your network, multinational corporations, that's what I kind of took away from that. Right? And then working that network that's there. Yes. So George, I know that you're new to eXp, still drinking from the fire hose, but you have extensive experience in the industry, as well as being part of the IMLS board. How are you going to take this? I'm interested how you're going to answer this question of, are you generating international leads or partnerships today, and what's working? Maybe check the. There we go.
Yeah. Okay.
There we go.
All right. For me, there's only one answer to this. My only tool that I use, apart from social media and the website and whatever, but to create leads is the IMLS. That's a total game changer. We have 500,000 members in 50 countries, millions of properties, and I don't know, 100 countries. And that means it's no longer haphazard networking. You know, I mean, the networking here was fantastic, and I've met amazing people, and I know I will do business with them. But today, I don't need to know if somebody has land for sale in Mexico, for instance, because right now, if I don't have a buyer, and in 3 months, that's gone again. So it's all a stab in the dark. But if I have a group around the world of professionals, and at a fingertip, I can say, okay, who's in Spain, who's in Belize, who's in Panama, who's wherever. And I have a client who says, I'm looking for a 5-bedroom in Orlando right now for my family. I don't want to then somehow start networking and try and work out who can help. I'll just look, I'll find 25 bedrooms in Orlando or wherever, Panama, Belize, and I can show them. And then I say, look, I'll hand over to my colleagues. I just do referrals. I don't have any of my own leads at all. And I have a website with millions of properties, and I look really, really big, and I don't have an office in London or anything. But I look like a major operation, which I'm not. And that's just the power of that network. And what Vanessa explained earlier, that was her name, right?
Vanessa, yeah. Mm-hmm.
That was so powerful. And to use that and embrace it and then start making referrals is just amazing and enriching in every way.
Boy, wouldn't it be cool if every agent at eXp had the IMLS? That'd be kind of a cool concept, wouldn't it? So, you know, you never know what will happen in the future, right? We can always hope, and you just keep asking, right? That's what I found at eXp. The agents want something and it makes sense. Leo usually says yes. So let's see if the future holds. So why don't we just go through this next one really quick? We have about 10 minutes left, and you all really like this questions, but let's kind of just do this rapid fire if we can. Armando, and then we'll just go down. What's been the biggest challenge working across borders, and how'd you solve it?
Okay.
Okay.
Well, let's use this one.
That's Mike.
Okay, yeah. So I would say there are a couple of challenges on both sides. So one is who is the agent to trust? So I usually bug the country leaders. Adam knows me. So I do have this Italian family that owns a property in Wimbledon. And they come up to me, say, you know, somebody told me that you sell international or are internationally connected. Mm-hmm. And so I phoned Adam, or actually I dropped a line, and he said, just contact this gentleman. He's the king of that area. So
the king. They
yeah.
do have kings in England.
They have
right?
kings in England.
Okay. Okay.
So a few Zoom calls later, he got the listing. It's up and running. £875,000. So
Let's go.
That's going to be a good referral check, hopefully, like soon. And but if he's the king, but it's really, I'm sure he is. I mean, it's really important to know who you're putting your reputation in, whose hands you're putting your reputation, because you don't want that client to call you back and say, hey, he's doing nothing. He's, you know, like it always happens. And another one, I have to thank Ahmed and his unlimited patience with us, and you know that.
Yep.
Because I'm trying to land a development agreement with eXp Egypt even before it opens. But Ahmed said, go slow. You know, things are done differently here. Yep. And so knowing who you're going to bed with is really important. So that local, what I call that local intelligence, knowing the place and knowing who is the king of the place and knowing who are the right actors or subjects to get involved is really important. That could save you, you know, that needs to save your reputation. And as Vanessa said before, I always say there's no commission that would be, you know, worth ruining my reputation for. So that's my...
Also, like you were just saying, finding people that you can trust. So making sure that you use that global agent referral platform, research people, interview them, right? Make sure that your profile is updated as well. Make sure you go in there and you update that so there's the most information possible.
Absolutely, that's the tool, but the people that are behind are as important as the tool. So the human side of the business, and obviously the tech side of the business, and the local intelligence, everything combined, it comes out like a nice system.
All right, so to you, Rita, that same question, what's been the biggest challenge working across borders, and, you know, how did you solve it? we have a deal we've been working on, right? I think that was kind of complicated.
Yes. Well, but I think it's finished. Well, we close it. So, but it was a challenge because first the seller was English. They were two English boys because they are still young, and they invest in a property in Lisbon, nearby the beach area, and so they are selling for reconverting in 16 villas. So my challenge was to convince them to first get the exclusive. It was hard for 1 year around it, and because it doesn't matter if we have 20 years of experience or 30 years of experience in Deloitte or whatever. Because even you saw Vanessa, she's so young, but
Right.
it's what you do. It's completely, it's the main thing. But I convinced them to get the exclusive, and the second challenge was because they are used to pay 1% in UK, and we charge 5%. So I had to prove to him that I would not only take good photos and a drawn video and good marketing, but I also speak the same language as the builders, and I can review the Excel files with the financial projects and review the numbers and show them probably it's not the right selling price. So it's knowing the countries is where are they from, and it's a good challenge too.
Well, it was great getting that deal closed. I know that was really difficult.
Yeah, 2 million is not
over 2.1 million euro, right? So congratulations, Rita.
Yeah,
so,
thank you.
George, why don't you go ahead and rapid fire that question as well? Congratulations, Rita.
Same question?
Yes.
Yeah, so I think the biggest challenge is sometimes when people are from other countries, they have different processes, they have a different understanding of how things should be working. They think it's the same as in their country. When they come to the UK and they say, oh, we're looking for hotels for 100 million or whatever. And you then have to explain, look, you first have to go to a lawyer, show them that you have the money, get the money over here, don't have it somewhere in Dubai or Switzerland or even. Appoint a good agent who works on your behalf, then you can do it. But otherwise, you keep running around and you're constantly chasing it, and nobody wants to speak to you because everybody's asking for the same thing. You have to have everything lined up. And if they don't accept that, the hardest lesson you have to learn is to just let them run around and say, come back in a year. And they think, very funny. No, come back in a year or two. And they do. After 2 or 3 years, it's the same people still looking, and they've now learned the lesson. And it's tough to let it go,
right?
But you sometimes have to, otherwise you're wasting your time.
Yeah. Thanks for that, George. Rebecca, how about you?
I think I'm going to agree with all of them. I think there's a lot of challenges when it comes to language barriers, cultural differences, and how real estate is done in the countries that they're coming from. And so just education, having patience, learning more about how things are done there so that you can kind of bridge the gap of how things are done here versus there, guiding them, being that guide for them, being that lighthouse, right? But I think on the flip side, if we want to talk a little bit about agents within our organization that are from other countries, one of the challenges there, and I know we hadn't really been talking about that in this panel, but a huge challenge is that a lot of the agents are not reporting their transactions.
Yes.
And so I want to see all of our agents enjoying all the amazing benefits that we have here at eXp, your capping benefits, icon benefits, being able to get revenue share when you bring in agents. These are all amazing things that you can only partake in if you are reporting your transactions.
Exactly.
So I think education and continuing to to have these workshops and masterminds, that they are engaged, that they feel that they are part of this community, and that they can certainly continue growing with eXp, because we have such an amazing opportunity. And again, the global platform, I love using that. I have 90,000 agents in my pocket. Like,
Exactly.
Why wouldn't I use it? And easy access to see all of those referral agreements that we've sent out. So I just love everything that we have here at eXp, and encourage everyone to continue using all of our amazing tools.
Excellent. Thanks, Rebecca. So with the last couple of minutes, why don't we just scroll up real quick and I'll just kind of review. And again, I want you to connect with everybody up here. Okay. Take the time during the breaks here in the last couple of hours we all have together to connect. They've done a lot of transactions between all of them. So there's a lot of information here. So just scroll up all the way, please, to my final closing comments as I'm in my last 2 minutes. So on the teleprompter, please. Okay, so anyways, so let's go ahead and I just want to say thank you. Yeah, thank you everybody for being here. Thank you for coming all this way. Any final words? I'll give you one just quick phrase.
Yes. Okay, so what I found out, like your last question, is that trust travels faster than planes. And if you pair that with values, then your business gets global. But I want to leave everybody with one actionable item. So when you talk with your clients and customers, and you catch like another language, like they speak another language, ask them where they're from and if they have real estate to sell at home, because that's been a game changer for me. I've got a lot of Italians living abroad, and especially in the United States, that have something to sell in Italy, and so reaching out. So ask your clients if they have real estate abroad, and remember that we are worldwide. So thank you.
So let's just use one word on our way out. So just one quick word as your final word that you're taking away from the panel today.
I think the best thing that I got to doing selling cross-boarding is to have a place to stay when I'm going on holidays.
A place to stay, all right.
Yeah, because we must convert our leads into clients, and clients into our friends. So
exactly.
It's a good...
exactly. George, just one quick word. We have 10 seconds left. And then we'll
one word would be conversion. Converting your competitors into your colleagues.
Okay, final word, Rebecca.
Let's keep connecting and growing globally.
All right, thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thanks, guys.
Everyone, please stand up.